Hey, good afternoon, class, and welcome back to Introductory Psych week number 8. I can't believe I'm saying this because that is our last week of the course. 8-week classes do fly by, but it really does feel like we just started. It was like October the other day, and we just started, and here we are. It's mid-December, or just about mid-December, and we're finished. So that's kind of the beauty of these 8-week courses. They fly by in a hurry, but you get your grade, get in and get out. But I wanted to say a couple things before I start this video or start talking about this next week. First of all, I just wanted to apologize again for the last couple of class weeks. I haven't been quite as engaged as I normally would be. As I said in my previous email, that I've been recovering from back surgery. I had a microdiscectomy surgery to fix a herniated disc that I've been dealing with all semester, and finally had the surgery and feeling a lot of relief. But over the last week or so, I've also been recovering and kind of in and out of taking medications to deal with pain and things like that. So I just didn't really feel like it'd be appropriate. Like, I can read your discussions and keep track of them and things like that. But as far as interacting, I was like, yeah, I'll better be safe and just stay away. Just kind of keep track of things, but watch from afar. So I apologize that I wasn't normally as interactive as I would be. But thank you for your continued effort in that during that time. Next thing I wanted to do is, this is our last week of class, so I wanted to say thank you again for, it's a short 8-week class. It flies by, but I've really enjoyed the experience with you all. I've really enjoyed getting to know you, each one of you, through your discussion posts, your response papers, and, just the interactions that way. This ongoing conversation that we've had about the discussion of behavior and mental processes, or, the study of psychology. So you all have made it really enjoyable. I really enjoy teaching because I get to interact with, so many bright minds that are interested in learning about a topic that interests me. So thank you all for making this such an enjoyable 8-week course. And I wish all of you nothing but the best of luck wherever life takes you after this. So anyways, now let's talk about week number 8, the last week of our class. This week, got a couple things going on. If you haven't turned in your last response paper, go ahead and do so. That is due tonight, and I'll start grading those tomorrow. The response papers, I think I've read a couple of them so far, but keep them coming, and I'll start grading those tomorrow. This week, you'll need to read 2 chapters, chapter number 13 and chapter number 14. They're the last 2 chapters of our textbook. Chapter 13 is on methods of therapy, looking at psychological and biological methods of therapy. It's kind of like the follow-up chapter to chapter 12. Chapter 12, you learn about the different types of disorders. Chapter 13, you learn about how to treat them. So they're kind of like 2 sides of the same coin. Chapter 14 is social psychology. It is a chapter that's kind of like the intersection of psychology and sociology, where these 2 disciplines kind of intersect. If you've ever taken a class on introductory sociology, a lot of this will be really familiar. You'll see a lot of stuff that you may have heard of before, but this chapter is all about how our behavior and our mental processes are influenced by other people. So far we've only been looking at individuals and how individuals behave and how individuals think, but now it's how do individuals behave in relation to others, and how do they think when in relation to others, or how do others affect the way we think and behave. I mean, think about your own experiences, like as an employee. How do you think about your behavior and the way you think at your job when you're working by yourself versus when you're working maybe with a really good friend, a coworker you really like, versus maybe when you're working with your boss who's looking over your shoulder the whole time. You may behave completely different in all 3 scenarios, even though you're at the same place, your work. So we're social animals by our nature, so we're influenced by others, very obviously so. So make sure you read chapter 13 and 14. There is a discussion up this week, our last discussion for the course. It's on psychosurgery, more specifically on prefrontal lobotomy, so I want you to take a look at that and read through the discussion prompt. I'd like for you to type up your discussion, please, in your own words, even though I'd like for you to use outside sources if you have any. But make sure everything's in your own words. And that's our discussion post for this week. There's no more response papers. Don't worry about that. I thought about having one this week, but I'm like, no, don't worry about it. It's our last week of class. So we're done with response papers. The one you turn in tonight is your last one, so don't worry about that. But with that said, exam number 4 is open and active until next Saturday, which is the 15th. It will close promptly at 11:59 p.m. So please, please, please make sure that you give yourself enough time. The exam only covers 2 chapters. It is still 50 questions. It covers chapter 13 and 14, about 25 questions each. So make sure you know both chapters pretty well. There's no time limit, but again, please make sure you give yourself enough time. Please don't wait until the last minute to take the exam. I will begin submitting grades on Sunday morning. So again, I have to have your exam results in Saturday night. If you don't turn them in, I can't wait. Like, they're due. So please. Every one of you have done so well so far as turning your exams in on time. So let's make sure we finish strong with exam number 4. With that in mind, that's it really for the video for this week, and more or less that's it for the course. So read chapter 13 and 14, turn in your last response paper tonight if you haven't done so, and then complete exam number 4 by Saturday the 15th. We have one last discussion post that's due by Friday. Make sure you get your 2 peer responses in as well. Other than that, I hope everyone has enjoyed the course. I've really enjoyed it from my angle, my perspective. I hope everyone has a wonderful break, and I hope to see you all around doing well and being happy. So I hope everyone takes care. All right, have a good day. Bye.